Hello everyone, welcome back to this series where I do some sound design while I yap about something that I care about at the moment. Give me a second, my voice is really dry, I'm going to drink some water. And alright, you guys read the title, right? And yeah, I'm going to talk about why I think the gloving hate is so overblown, so forced, so kind of cringe, if you will, right? Now, I'm sure some of you guys don't know what gloving is, so I'll explain it to you, right? One thing about me is that I'm severely brain rotted. I'm on the gram, on the reels, looking at what's the latest fucking brain rot, right? And one of the recent ones I've noticed is this thing called gloving, where basically what gloving is, it's like these people, they wear these gloves, right? Uh, wow, who would have guessed? No, but they wear these gloves. And what they do is they have these lights at the fingertips of the gloves, and they like wiggle their fingers in ways that creates like a bit of a light show, if you will, right? It's like this whole niche community online, right? Now the reason this turned into brain rot is because like a lot of people are like, oh, they're making a joke out of how niche it is, right? Which is kind of funny. It's like, oh, you're into so and so? Well, guess what? I'm into something even more niche. I'm into gloving. And then it devolved into like, oh, we're not using E3 mono. We're using. Okay, hello. This isn't too bad. Yeah, I don't mind this already for the sound design, but anyways, um, yeah, we're so it's like, oh, I'm doing this niche thing. I'm more niche than you. Blah 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 blah, right? It's like funny, right? But then it's like, and then it's like, oh, you do gloving. I'm into meat cubing. I'm into sliding. Other niche hobbies, right? Cool. Kind of funny. Shout out Tanger for the snare, by the way, from Tanger Snares Volume 1. Free sample pack. Um, but let's see. Okay, we're not doing this. We're going to do an EQ instead. And but then I saw that one gloving video, right, where this dude is like, talking about like a gloving routine, right, where he's like, oh, you do the over curl into like the under, I don't know. It's like something cool, right? It's a little aesthetically pleasing. And then I opened the comment section, right? And it's like, oh, men used to go to war, and now they just do this. And then it had like a ton of likes, right? And it's sort of like, a lot of other comments were like, oh, like, what a lame, blah, blah, blah. And then I realized there's a layer to this brain rot to where, yes, they're poking fun at how niche it is, but they're also poking fun at, like, the, like, supposed absurdity of this hobby, right? Which is fair. But then it's like there's this also very negative connotation. And I'm aware that social media generally amplifies, the worst in a group of people, right? And they do this intentionally to farm engagement so they can keep you hooked on the platform for longer, blah, blah, blah. But this kind of rage bait, if you will, worked on me, right? And it was like, why? And hang on, I'm trying to get some decent tonality out of this, right? So I know I'm kind of falling into the trap, but at the same time, it's so strange to me that the word like weird, because it's like a weird hobby, right? It has like a negative connotation, right? And maybe this comes from my background of, you know, unironically listening to stuff like dubstep, right? Or, uh, you know, and I don't like this structure actually. Let's go into Patcher instead. Um, where is Patcher? There it is. There you are. And let's see if we can find Anno Julian. Where is Resonance? I love Resonance, but I think that's the right note. I think there's a couple of resonant frequencies that I'm gonna get rid of. But it's like, why? Like, I understand the joke in that, like, oh, it's you're so niche. You're like blah blah blah. But why is there an element to the joke where we're trying to demean this, right? Because it's always been strange to me that weird has a negative connotation. That word, right? Which is like, let live and let live, right? Like that's kind of my philosophy. But this like whole gloving thing really made me realize how widespread this problem is, right? And it's like, yeah, people are always gonna suck. Like, whoop-de-doo, who would have known? But yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about, right? And I realized like this kind of can extend to a lot of things, right? Like for example, like let's think like EDM mashups, even like with something I do, right? It's like, is that a normal hobby? Absolutely not. It's unless I start like DJing with it or something, it's like very much not like a standard thing to do, right? And it's like I still share it, right? And it's like generally I'm not met with judgment. But I could see myself just as easily being that person who's like, gloving instead, where they do like actually kind of, I think it's actually kind of cool, right? Where they do their little light shows with their fingers and stuff. It's a little strange, and I like I've always extended this a little to like even like furries, right? It's like I know, like at their core, like why does society as a whole hate on them? Like I'm not a furry myself, right? But I look at them and it's like at their core, all they're doing is like dressing up in like animal costumes, right? And hanging out. That doesn't seem all too harmful to me, right? So it's like, why is this also something that gets hate? And it's just, it comes back to this idea of weird having a negative stigma, as in like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But like, if you really think about it, right? It's like way back, like the movie, like, what, like the 80s movies where the bully shoves the kid in the locker and like, hey, give me all your lunch money. Back then it was like probably weird to be like a bit of a nerd, right? And now it's, ooh, I like that crunch at the end. Let's actually speed you up. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, I think. Destructor, it will forever be a bit of a crutch for me. But let's put on another effector. Ooh. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's difficult to talk while I'm like hearing the sound and trying to like figure out what sounds good. But anyways, as I was saying, like back in those movies, it was weird to be like the nerdy kid with like, the glasses and stuff. And now it's like, being smart, I suppose, isn't exactly seen as like the quote unquote uncool thing, right? It's not, it may not be the normal, but it's like, so like, what I'm trying to say is the definition of what is weird changes so much over time. So if they're not really causing harm to others, why are we really trying to judge them or ostracize them? Um, and I know this is very surface level thoughts, right? Um, but that's kind of what I wanted to get across. I don't really have too much extra to say. I'm getting kind of close to missing my daily upload streak. It's like 1 hour till the day ends. Kind of a short sound design session, I think. I don't know how long this recording's been going on for actually, but not the most productive. I'm gonna wrap it up by maybe putting in some other snares in here, seeing how they sound. Ooh, hello. I I should have been using different samples, clearly. What if I just pitch you like way up down? Ooh, hello. Let's, let me, I'm kind of curious. I have some pads of mine, and I'm just gonna put these in real quick, see how they sound, if they'll show up. Pad 11 doesn't want to cooperate, that's okay. Okay, none of my pads do. Okay. Ooh, oh my God, I wish I was doing this earlier. I love this like glitched out like, oh, okay, what else can we put in here? Let's put growls. Let's see what you got. Okay, surely IDK has something of worth. Um, okay. I think FL Studio is Fruity Loops is kind of loopy right now. Smash like for the pun, and is tweaking a little. So I'm going to end it here for now. Um, and oh shit, wait, did I just remove my Edison recording? Okay, good. And that's gonna be all for today. Shout out to all of you guys that commented on the last video. Loved reading those comments. And later days.